Okay, right, I think we're live. Hello and welcome to my latest. Actually, give me a second. I'm just going to shut my camera for something. Oh, we got plenty of battery. I think it's just complaining about the fact that my SD card is nearly full, but I'm not using that, so that's fine. Right, here we are at my third and latest YouTube recital. I think YouTube recital is actually quite a good phrase for these, rather than saying a live stream. YouTube recital sounds quite good. We may have a bit of a shorter recital this time because, for a couple of reasons. I'm just going to check that I'm actually. Am I working? I think I'm working. Hope I'm working. For a couple of reasons, I got rather involved in learning the music, so I was rather worried about that. So I've spent rather a lot of time this week learning the music, and that's why we're doing a little bit less talking this time, because I haven't prepared much to say. I'll talk a bit about the pieces and about the music themselves, but less about sort of the history and the backstory of the music. And another reason is that I realised a couple of days ago that I hadn't learnt one of the pieces that I had originally intended to play. So you won't be getting 5 nocturnes, you'll be getting 4. I hope you won't be too unhappy with this. So we have 4 really just solid, not a good word, good nocturnes. Good, I can see that I'm working now, so I'm going to turn my screen off. By, I can remember all the names now, John Field, Clara Schumann, Franz Liszt, and what's the last one? Fauré, Gabriel Fauré. The Liszt, its main title isn't Nocturne, but Liszt has given it a sort of subtitle of Nocturne, so I cheekily slipped it in because it's useful playing pieces again that I've already played. And even if you did see it when I played it the first time, a month ago, it's not like you probably wouldn't have watched the live stream yesterday, but even if you have, I'm playing it again live, so each live performance is a different performance. And also because I've already been stretched to pull the other 3 pieces out of the bag, so I think doing three new pieces is good. I started learning the field before my first recital. That was one of the pieces I wanted to learn for a while, but I worked on the memory of it over the last few days. The first piece we're going to start with is the first piece is the field, and I put that first because John Field sort of invented the nocturne in its current form. Originally, or before that, a nocturne was played at night. That was why it was called a nocturne. It was played at night. There were 2 types of nocturne. One played sort of slightly earlier in the evening, one slightly later, which is an interesting distinction. I can't remember any of the. I did look it up. I can't remember any of the composers who wrote nocturnes in the old style. But John Field was an Irish composer. Wrote this nocturne, which is in B flat major. We're sticking a lot in, what keys are we in today? We're in flat keys, so we're in B flat major, E flat major a couple of times, and F major. So I'll start now playing the Nocturne number 1, his first nocturne, by John Field. Forgive me, it's an E flat major, not B flat major. there we have it. John Field's first nocturne, which is in E flat major. As I remember, the middle section is in B flat major, which is why I got confused. I think I'll probably find that even though I haven't researched all the dates of birth of all the dates of births of all the composers, I'll still have plenty to chatter on about. So yes, the new form, as I didn't explain before, the new form of the nocturne, as John Field invented, was one of evoking the night. That was the phrase I couldn't figure out yesterday. I couldn't remember to evoke the night. So the music is quiet and reflective, and quite often you'll have them in a 6/8 time, which is called a compound time signature. So instead of sort of beats of 1 and 2 and 3, you have 1 and 2. So it's more flowing. So you get, I don't know, something like that. And what else? Yes, another thing you'll have noticed in the second half, when the tune comes back, when it's reprised, you get little, how do I say, arabesques, little baroque little figurations. Maybe not baroque. Little what's the word I'm looking for? Enhancements. That's not the right word. Pretty little extra filigrees of notes enhancing the tune, and this is very obvious in things like in nocturnes like the Chopin nocturnes. The Chopin nocturne was the one I didn't manage to learn for today, which is a shame because the Chopin nocturnes are very well known, especially I think it's the Opus 9 nocturnes. Excuse me. So no Chopin, but next we have Clara Schumann. This I think is my favourite of today's nocturnes, at least just now. This is one of my themes that I'm doing. I'm trying to have a piece, at least one piece by a female composer, each recital. So in my first one I failed. I hadn't set it up by then. My previous recital was, what was that? That was Elisabeth Jacquet de la Guerre. I had some harpsichord music by her, and now I'm on to Clara Schumann. It's really a gorgeous nocturne. This one's an F major, and we go into D minor in the middle section. So that's it's the relative minor. So it's the same number of flats, the same key signature in the piece, but the minor version. Anything else to say about this? Oh yes, I resisted the temptation in my little thumbnail of this recital to put Clara Schumann, because I mean it's Schumann, so they're both Schumanns. Either I do all first names or I do none of them. Rather than this one's the female Schumann. No. This is Clara, one of the Schumanns. Yes, I should probably get on with playing it and shut up. Here we go. Here is Clara Schumann's Nocturne. This is second piece from I think 6 pieces in her Soirée Musicale. One of the other ones is Toccata, so hopefully I'll get to explore that and some of the other pieces another time. one of the reasons I particularly like the Schumann Nocturne is that even though the first and last sections are in F major, she somehow makes it feel like it's in minor. It's very haunting and beautiful. Next we have the slightly different Nocturne. It should be its title. Slightly different Nocturne. This is Liebestraum number 3 by Liszt. This is his Liebesträume, his love streams, are based on poems about different types of love, and there are also songs which are very similar to the solo pieces, with the text of the poem, or at least some of the text. Number 3 is about mature love. So I'm going to forget the text, but solange du Liebe kannst. Forgive my German, but it's O love as long as you can, basically. So without further ado, I shall play Liszt's Liebestraum number 3. Oh, that's very, very affecting. That very um, visceral. That emotion of that piece. Now, finally, Foray. I originally intended to, or was drawn in by another Foray's Nocturnes, by its interesting meter. It was in 3/2, which is unusual, and each beat was divided into triplet quavers, and the beat was sort of offbeat, so it sounded like a completely different time signature. But I didn't even manage to finish sight reading it because it was Warren-like in its chromaticism. I promise I didn't write that phrase beforehand, so it was very, very confusing to read through. So I thought I'd leave that for maybe a year hence or something. So I'm not doing that one, as you will hear. I'm doing his Opus 36 Nocturne, I think. Nocturne number 6, possibly. Who are you to know? Because I don't know. So this is it's a beautiful nocturne, of course. Foray takes his opening theme, and he doesn't change. Unlike Field, unlike the John Field nocturne, what's his name? Foray doesn't change the harmony under his theme. So in the John Field, you got I remember it. You got from this to this. Same part of the melody in the first and the second section, but a different harmony underneath. This one, he keeps the same harmony, the same chords, but changes the figuration. So the sort of organisation of the notes, 6 in octaves, makes you play faster, add semiquavers, add faster notes. So I'm trying to think of something more interesting to say, but I can't. So I hope I remember it all. I think that's the only thing. Having done a bit of for some reason the theme and the first page and a half or so were really difficult to memorise. I did that before the weekend, and then after the weekend on Monday, I worked on most of the rest of it. So anyway, I like this piece. I hope you like it too. I'm back in E flat again. So we have a cycle to the evening as well. Actually, I'm just going to check before I go if there's any comments. No, that's fine. Leave a comment if you like. I'll reply to it, promise. Also, just before I play it, sorry, I got into the mood there. Before I check my description box below for the check my description box for my Twitter, if you're into that. I occasionally stream practice. I haven't done it for the last 2 weeks, but I stream my practice sessions live on Twitch sometimes. That's also down there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you catch another more of these in the future. Exciting thing, 31st of August, I'm performing with a soprano with Ruth Hopkins. Some of you may know her. I think it's just my family watching, but that's fine. Family and friends. In St Mary's Cathedral, Edinburgh, I'm performing Tippett the Harp's Assurance with her there, and some Britten songs and some Purcell songs. And what's really exciting is I'm live streaming it, so even if you're not in Edinburgh, you can still watch it on YouTube, which is going to be really cool. So tune in later this month. And now I'm going to shut up and play you this piece. That's a pretty cool piece. I do that. I do like that nocturne a lot. Yeah, that's it. We have our 4 nocturnes. Wait, don't leave yet. Sorry. Yes. So next recital, I've mentioned the one on the 31st, the real live impersonable, visitable recital in a real place. That's not my flat. Is the 31st. I will hopefully be having another one. No, I will be having another one in a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully not sooner than that, because I've got to learn some of the music. And hopefully the soprano, Ruth Hopkins, who I will be doing the 31st recital with, will be joining me. And as part of my other theme that you haven't seen in this recital, I'm doing a Bach Prelude and Fugue every month. I've done one so far, that was the previous recital, and the next one will be the C minor Prelude and Fugue. And along with that, we'll be doing some Purcell songs. And I've realised that I haven't thought of I haven't considered a piece by a female composer, so I need to find maybe a song or something. Maybe I can do some more. Maybe I can pull out the Elizabeth Jacques de la Guerre again. That'd be good. Really, really nice music. The harpsichord music. So yeah, tune in for potentially Bach, Purcell songs, and Elizabeth Jacques de la Guerre. That is, try saying that. It's good fun. Okay, that's everything from me. I'm going to go and finish the rest of my dinner. Thanks for joining me. Leave a comment. I'm going to check comments now. Maybe tell me what your favourite nocturne was. No connection. Okay, I have no connection. Great. I love it when that happens. Oh no, wait, hold on, here we go. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll join me for my next recital. Thanks.